So I'm running behind tonight, so I've decided only to do one video tonight, but tomorrow we're going to be doing video before Wednesday hits because I've got 30, that's right, 30 question and answers to get through. And this is only 26. So here's the first one. What will you be like at age 75? I hope and pray that I'm half as energetic as my grandma was and half as energetic as she was able to get around and still do her gardening and still just be so active for her age. And she never really let her age affect her until the last few years. So that's what I would hope for. Ooh, this is a good question. Since you are going to be probably out of it and you did your cooking last around the end of the month, does your family, and will you be doing your cooking at the end of May for your family like you should be doing since it's going to become a family event? I cannot say yes to that at this moment. I know that my family would love to have a little cooking event with me doing the cooking again. But this next time, since the tooth incident, I may have to have help. I may have to have my middle niece, that is, help me out more than what I would normally do. And not because it's just going to be so unique to me. This is my first big experience with the tooth. I mean, I had my wisdom teeth out, but this is my first big adult tooth thing. So we're just going to have to see how it goes. With your tooth coming up, what do you believe you will enjoy most? Ice cream, smoothie, milkshake, or icy? I do not like ice cream. I do not like smoothies. There's this snack size that I do enjoy. They got done with my favorite, which is at Arby's. They had the Andy's mint milkshake. My second favorite is their orange creamsicle kind of thing milkshake they have right now. Snack size is good enough. I don't need a whole big thing because I would just probably throw a big thing away. Also, Sonic has got strawberry cheesecake. That's one of my favorites. But other than that, like I said, snack size, kid size, I don't need a whole lot. Icy, I love those. Not the Misty Misties from Dairy Queen. No. I'm talking, I heard Hux here in Mattoon has got them for $1, like the small size. Perfect. Doesn't give you a brain freeze. I won't be able to sip through a straw, but that would be perfect in case anybody wants to know. Favorite thing to do in the summer? Probably mow, which sounds crazy, I know, but I like push mowing. I like doing my own yard work, which I feel so bad because this week I've been so busy with work and the weather has not cooperated for me to get out there and mow properly, so that's what's been going on. Which letter of the alphabet describes you best? B for bombshell, baby. How old is your oldest pair of shoes in your closet? Oh, goodness. I had to throw them away just last week. They were Skechers, and I loved them so much. I want to say they were 3 or 4 years old, which is ironic because I found the same exact pair of Skechers up there about this time. Well, for my birthday. It was either birthday or Christmas. My mom gave me shoes, and I had yet to break them out until I absolutely had to. And I had to throw the other ones just in the trash because they were well worn. What's the funniest horoscope you have read? Odd you should ask. I read Woman's World, and in that horoscope it said I was going to have a group date with a romantic adventure. And I'm thinking to myself, the only group date I'm going to have is going over to the dentist about my tooth. And my mom will be there, my grandpa will be there, but Cousin Penny won't be. She said she'll drop by later on, which is good. And I just wish she would have been there for the big moment, but I understand she's got other obligations, so just gonna miss you, girl, if you watch this. What is the funniest, silliest, wackiest status you have ever put on a social networking site? Well, if y'all have watched or paid any attention, over the years, I do post a lot of things. Like when I was going to be on the cover of Woman's World magazine, when Walgreens used to let us take a picture and put it on the magazine cover. And I had my crew at work totally convinced that they could go out and pick up that Woman's World magazine And the next day, a lot of them were like, I went out there and you pulled an April Fool's joke on us, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah. It was so cool. Probably the best April Fool's Day joke I ever pulled. Then there was also, of course, me getting virtually married, which has been up there. Given the choice of anyone in the world, who would you want to have as a dinner guest? Well, let's go with famous people. I would either say Ryan Paevey from the Hallmark movies, or probably Chris Young, country singer, Easton Corbin, country singer. Just saying. That's my top 3. Before making a phone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why? If it's business, yes. If it's bad news, sometimes. But I got to tell you, this is kind of funny. We had one of those scam calls call the house today, and they kept telling me, we call about the TV. And at first I'm like going, okay, it's totally a scam, because the TV was working just fine. And I pointed that out, and they're like, well, we need money for TV. I'm like, of course you do, And it kind of, it just went like, I know this is a scam call. I'm calling your bluff, And they didn't like that too much. And I told them to forget our number and to forget that this number even exists. I hope they do, but I don't know if they will or not. What did you last sing to yourself to someone else? To myself, I practice a lot before I come on YouTube and post them, believe it or not. So there's times when I may practice them, but because right now how self-conscious I am, you won't see them posted. Also, to someone else, well, I sing to everybody. I post them on YouTube when I'm confident enough. If you had a crystal ball, and it could tell you the truth about your life, which meaning the future, or anything else you would want to know. I think everything happens for a reason. And I used to say yes to that question. But at this point, I'm so disappointed with life, and life has been nothing but a big disappointment since May of last year, that all I want out of my life is to adopt. And if I couldn't adopt, I wouldn't want to know. But if I could, I would want to know it. When was the last time you visited a park, and what did you do during your visit? Well, back when the park, about 3 blocks over, was still the park before they remodeled, and plus my nieces were much smaller then, I would take them over there to the park and push them on the swing, and it was so cute. They were so cute. I loved having them when they were children like that, before they got all opinionated and grew up and went to college. Ugh, I still love them, but they're just more opinionated. If you were running late, what is something you cut out of your morning routine? Usually my breakfast, and then that's not good because you get a grumpy me. But if I started these breakfast bites for when it happens, which hopefully, knock on wood, it never happens again. But I got them at Aldi's. They're probably not the healthiest thing in the world, but they work for breakfast because they're breakfast bites. But they're like Teddy Grahams, and they're really tough. But they're good. What age do you consider quote-unquote old? I would say you're never really quote-unquote old. You're just as young as you feel, and as young as you make yourself feel. Sure, we all have bad days, but we can't let those bad days outweigh the good days, right? How many books did you read last year? Yeah, I would say it would be way up there in numbers. I don't keep track. I'm sure if I went back to my Facebook account and seen about which books I read, which books I've done books report on, which a lot of them I did on Facebook or Instagram, which, by the way, blonde.bombshell is here, right, on Yahoo, on YouTube. But if you go over to Instagram, it's blonde bombshell, and Snapchat, I'm on there too, so look me up. Right now I'm just goofing on there, taking pictures, because I keep going, this is the last time I'm going to have my mouth as it is, so I'm celebrating it until the very end, which there will be a eulogy for my mouth, actually for the tooth, on Wednesday. You won't want to miss that. Do you know how to iron your own clothes? Well, yeah, but why? Why would I need to? Have you ever cut your own hair? Not that I can recall, but maybe as a child. If you had to be on a reality TV show, which one would you choose and why? Probably Chrisley Knows Best, because I just adore Todd Chrisley. You have your own late night talk show. Ooh, I like that. Who do you invite as your first guest? My first guest. Ryan Pavey from the Hallmark Channel. We would be discussing the next Unleashing Mr. Darcy series number 3 movie, Hallmark Channel. I hope you watch this, and I hope you hear me say that. Because I want a third Darcy movie. I have watched Unleashing Mr. Darcy until I scratched it and had to get another one off of eBay. I am on my first Marrying Mr. Darcy, but I've watched it over 35 times. So, and there's so many unanswered questions you left us with. Like, did Henry and Jenna get married? Well, how'd the honeymoon go? And his sister, Zara, how did she do out at the school she went to, what he approved of her going to? And then of course, there's always Aunt Violet, room for her to stick her nose into something. And maybe Henry's sister, I think her name was Felicity, comes back and causes problems during the honeymoon. And Donovan gets confused about whether he wants to be with Elizabeth. I mean, you have so many different things you could do with the Darcy series. You need to listen to us Hallmark people who watch your channel. I know I'm not the only one. But I'm very passionate. When I watch something like that and it strikes a chord in me and there's a chance to do another movie in the series, do the movie. Listen to me. So, with that being said, I will see you tomorrow night because I have 30 question and answers total to get through before the 23rd. And I've got some singing I want to do. I've got a eulogy that you will hear Wednesday night for my tooth. And also my last will and testament, just in case something goes wrong. I know some of you are saying that I'm overreacting and, everything else. Maybe I am. But this is my first tooth and I'm scared to death. I have had maybe too much time to think about it before it happens. And everybody keeps saying, well, when's this going to happen again and what place and what time? So I will say it again because I'll say it again Wednesday night and everything. It is going to happen on the 23rd of June, 23rd of May. If it would have been the 23rd of June, it would have been my grandpa's birthday. But thank goodness it's not my grandpa's birthday. The 23rd of May, and it will be at 10:30 in the morning. I am taking a Valium before I get there, and then they're going to do laughing gas because they know I have dental anxiety, and we're praying for the best. And so when everybody says, are you scared? Do you think you'll get through this fine? No and no. Hence me doing the eulogy for my tooth, let alone the last will and testament, which I hope everybody remembers. I am very scared and very, oh my goodness, this is the beginning of the end, because that's what one of the receptionists over there told me. And so I'm up in arms. So you'll have to stay tuned for Wednesday night, definitely. But don't forget, we have a Tuesday first, too. So I will see you guys later tonight. God bless, and see you tomorrow.